something is wrong with Zillow and Opendoor's combined effort, the new partnership announced this week. I'm Bill Gross, the LA Probate expert. This is my weekly real estate update. Zillow has become one of the biggest players in real estate. When they started, they were kind of a utilitarian, we're going to help the world by providing data and transparency. They wrote a great book. They had insights on the market. Since then, after they raised billions of dollars, they've really become a kind of like Google and Facebook, a bully in the online business and real estate business. Now, I'm not saying this with sour grapes. It doesn't really affect my business, but it does affect average agents. And I do think overall to the detriment of consumers. And this is just, I think, the latest and the boldest slap in the face to consumers and real estate agents with what Zillow's done. Well, what could that be, Bill? Well, Zillow decided to partner with Opendoor. You may remember last year Zillow had an iBuying program and they failed. Basically after years of working with realtors, they said, hey, we could do without them. We'll just buy the houses on our own and sell them to customers and cut the realtors out. How hard could that be? Well, of course, they lost tens or hundreds of millions of dollars of their investors' money and realized at the end that it was harder than they thought it was. It wasn't so simple, just like many home sellers understand that, and they got out of the business. But they weren't content there. So what they did was they went to Opendoor, which is the biggest player now in the iBuyer space, or the companies that buy directly from consumers. And so Zillow's plan now is they have a website that educates home sellers and buyers. Really, it's just an advertising site. And then if you want to sell the house to Opendoor, it will help seamlessly create a transaction where you can cut everybody else out except Zillow and Opendoor. And I guess it sounds good from a technological point of view. What could go wrong with Zillow and Opendoor announcing a multiple partnership? And you read the press release, and as in most gobbledygook speak, Zillow and Opendoor Technologies announced a multi-year partnership that combined two category leaders to transform how people start the move. The partnership will allow home sellers on the Zillow platform to seamlessly request an Opendoor offer to sell their home. So again, the idea for Zillow is that they can cut everybody else out, but I guess Opendoor, and then at the end they'll turn and kill Opendoor, then they'll own all the business. And then you go a little further and it says, this exclusive partnership will pair Zillow's audience with brand power with Opendoor's selling solution in one easy place. So customers can evaluate the selling options and easily package it with other Zillow services. And that's the other part. Zillow not content with real estate, not content with eliminating real estate agents. They're going to now replace mortgage lenders and title companies and escrow. And so with other Zillow services to buy and finance the next home. Okay, sounds ambitious. Bill, you're an old-fashioned guy. This is new technology. How could this possibly go wrong? Well, imagine you're Zillow and you say to yourself, we want to pursue this technological program. It all sounds good. I accept that. Who do you hire, though? How do you, and this is the key, how do you execute actually getting offers and selling them in a way that brings value to your customers, if that's your goal? Now, if your goal is to fool customers, then you're going to look for some snaky person to help you do it. But imagine Zillow is a huge company. They need a national player that's going to help them, apparently, sell homes without real estate agents and, of course, make money for Zillow and Opendoor. So who do you go to? Well, imagine if you were the HR person at a big corporation interviewing people, or imagine you're going to hire somebody for a company. And in comes an applicant who has a track record of doing a lot of business, but really that week had been fined by the U.S. federal government for deceptive practices. Would you hire that employee? See, in real estate, I have a license, and if I cheat a customer, if the state of California determined that, God forbid, it's never happened, they would put a mark on my license, and I'd be unable to practice real estate. In fact, I've seen entire companies destroyed by one agent. A company maybe of 500 agents has one bad apple, and because the broker's license gets put on hold, all the agents suffer and all the customers suffer. That's how strict we are on earning the public trust. And so what does Zillow do? Well, here they're going to have this massive undertaking, and they hire a company, Opendoor, that was just, and this is Business Insider's words, slapped with a $62 million fine for misleading customers about the true cost of its home buying business. the Federal Trade Commission, and I'm not a big fan of the federal government administration overall, but they catch some bad apples once in a while, apparently. The FTC has hit the home buyer and seller Opendoor with a $62 million fine. That sounds like a lot of money to me. I mean, I'm not a multi-billion-dollar company. They say they misled sellers by telling them they would make more money by selling to Opendoor. And that, of course, the company disputes the allegations. Well, let's take a little deeper dive. Here is the actual FTC website, the Federal Trade Commission, and they post about this. And what it says is that to some degree, it's a settlement, which means that the company's agreeing to pay $62 million. That's one of the first things to understand. The second thing is it outlines the process where Opendoor would evaluate, well, will we make more money with us, without us, with somebody using our program, using somebody else's program? And so they would send these marketing pieces, and of course every time, or I should say 90% of the charts, which shows the customer will save more money by going through Opendoor, and that's how they market their services. But in the vast majority of consumers who sold lost thousands they would have realized if they had sold on the market. And this is what I tell sellers all the time. The more people that see your house, the higher price you're going to get net. It's always been the strategy of investors to get to a home seller and offer them an easy, fast closing because they know once it goes to the market, the seller is going to get more money. Now, some customers don't care. They want the convenience. The price sounds good enough. They have some flexibility. Fine. But most sellers do want the net highest price. And here Opendoor was telling them, oh, because we're direct, we're going to save you money. But the vast majority of cases, according to the Federal Trade Commission, did not work out that way. And so they often, what would happen is they would lower their price. And it says Opendoor would take steps to reduce its offers to below what the company's own internal valuation determined was the home's value. Now imagine this. You have Zillow saying what the house is worth, and then now Opendoor is going to buy it. And Opendoor would change the value of the property when they were in process. Imagine the possibility of Zillow, with their estimate, being able to do the same thing. And so to sell the case, Opendoor agreed to pay $62 million, which the FTC is going to refund customers. Then it prohibits misrepresentations. Now imagine this. This agreement was publicized on August 1st. And we're going to get to a key story here. It was publicized on August 1st. And so what does a company have to do? They have to offer substantiation to support claims about their cost savings, their financial benefits, meaning they have to restructure their marketing materials to be more open and honest with customers about what they're really going to see. And then once they see that, the proposed settlement will appear in the Federal Register, and during the time, the FTC will accept public comments, meaning Opendoor is months away from resolving this. They agreed to the fine. They agreed to fix the problem. That's the key part. And that problem process is going to be reviewed by third parties. We're not going to trust the criminal or the civil, the party that committed this act. We're not going to take their word for it. They fix things. What happens is they propose a solution. The FTC reviews it. Then the public reviews it. And eventually it's settled. So it sounds like Opendoor is months away from being able to correct their mistake. And imagine a big company, a national company, all their systems, technology, and marketing and such, it would take months. Well, apparently not. Because this was announced on August 1st by the FTC. And here is Zillow jumping into bed with them on August 4th. So the ink's not even dry on a settlement where Opendoor has to restructure their marketing to start being honest and stop deceiving customers. And Zillow says, well, that's not a problem for us. We're glad to do business with you. And I just ask, could any human being in the world get a job at any other company that's reliable after that week settling a $62 million fine and promising to fix the problem but having not even started on it but for 3 days? I think the answer is obviously no. So I don't know why anybody would look at this other than what it is. Zillow saw a company that made money, and they thought, hey, if we work with them, we'll make them money. If it hurts real estate agents, we don't really care. We'll tell them we're their friends, but we're going to work around them. And if it helps home sellers come on our website, well, they're not really a customer because we really just sell their data to other parties. We're an advertising site. And then if Opendoor buys the house and misleads them or has a track record of misleading them about the valuation, that doesn't really bother us either, because really at the end of the day, we'll make more money, and that's what's important to us. Is that what's going on here? Is there something else going on I'm missing? Love to get your opinion, but to me, this does not look good. More importantly, I think it points out that at the end of the day, real estate's a challenging business. To create value for customers, to get the best value for the customer, net bottom line, requires a lot of things. It requires knowledge of the market. It requires procedures. It requires marketing. And most importantly, it requires a reputation in the market of doing business fairly with other people and working with other people. That's what I bring. That's what my colleagues bring to the market. I don't think Zillow's even trying to bring that. And I don't think this deal with Opendoor is at all. What do you think? Put your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And if I can help in any way, as always, make this your best day ever. Thanks so much.